Joining me is Anna Ashton. She's the Vice President of Government Affairs at the U.S. China Business Council. Anna, good to see you. What do you think? How is this going to go down today? I mean, I guess a lot depends on what went behind closed doors.
Good to see you too, Asieh. And yes, I agree. A lot is going to be behind closed doors, and so it's very hard to know until we get some readouts exactly how the talks have gone. Just because there was a fiery public exchange at the beginning of the talks doesn't necessarily mean at all that there wasn't productive conversation behind closed doors. But certainly, it was a fiery exchange that kicked things off, and a little bit surprising. I think there was there was intended to be a shorter time period for those opening remarks than the time that ended up being taken, and obviously very sensitive issues addressed in those opening remarks. It just underscores the clashes on ideological issues, values issues, and in some cases strategic issues between our two countries. But we need to go ahead and get down to business and find where there's common ground too. So hopefully they've done that.
And those talks, I understand, have concluded. We're expecting some kind of news conference. I apologize in advance if I have to interrupt you and to take that news conference. What is the best case scenario, Anna?
So I think the best case scenario is that they will be able to announce some good initial steps on the areas where we know that there is a common desire to work together. There's already some indication that there will be something to do with climate change and moving forward together with some renewed commitments, and that's good. I don't think that we're going to see much on trade or economic relations because National Security Advisor Sullivan said in advance of these talks that those issues wouldn't really be addressed this time, which makes sense since USTR Catherine Tai was only confirmed this week. However, certainly the business community in the United States would really like for the economic issues to get addressed in the near term and for there to be some chance of alleviating the tariff pain that both sides continue to feel.
And economic issues are huge considering China and the United States are the world's largest economies, and what happens between these two countries has much wider implications.
Yes, it really does. And so I'm sure that that the audience for these talks is far broader than just us in the United States and in China. Um, I think that a lot is still going to have to wait and see because the Biden administration hasn't really unveiled exactly what sort of China policy they intend to pursue. They did take some actions right in the lead up to these talks that were pretty aggressive or seemed aggressive, but I think it's still too early to tell if those actions, the Hong Kong sanctions, the commerce decision to subpoena ICTS companies or Chinese tech companies operating in the U.S., if those announcements are a reflection of the broader policy path that the Biden administration intends to go down, or if these are specific high tension issues in the relationship, but that there's going to be cooperation as the tone that's set more broadly. We'll just have to see.
Anna, could these talks, I guess we could go two ways. It could make things worse, or it could make things better. And you think after today things are going to get what?
I I think after today things are probably going to be either the same or possibly marginally better. Despite the fact that that was a very fiery exchange at the opening, I think the two sides are assessing each other and trying to figure out what the terms of engagement and dialogue will be. And the fact that they feel that they can air these very tense issues with each other is actually potentially a good thing because there's no way that we're going to find our common ground and figure out a productive path forward if we're not able to address the problems that are getting in the way of that.
All right, we'll leave it there. Anna Ashton, thank you so much.